Right before a breakthrough, reality begins to whisper in ways most people ignore. You might feel restless without knowing why, or notice patterns repeating. It feels as if something is quietly pulling you toward a new horizon. These whispers are not accidents, they are signals of transformation. If you are watching this, it means you are close to crossing the threshold. This is the quantum unlock, the hidden path to your next level. Once you see it, you cannot return to the way things were. Every shift begins with a signal, faint and almost invisible. It may come as synchronicities, strange encounters, or sudden ideas. You might feel a surge of energy or a heavy resistance without reason. This is your reality adjusting itself before the transformation arrives. Just like the tremors before an earthquake, it is a warning of change. Those who pay attention recognize these moments as sacred. They are the first proof that you are standing at the doorway of a new reality. Right before success, life often feels the heaviest. Obstacles multiply, doubts roar louder, and exhaustion deepens. This is not punishment, but the threshold that separates the many from the few. Just like a rocket, resistance is strongest right before breaking free. The closer you are, the more the old reality fights to hold you down. Most people quit here, unaware they were inches away from breakthrough. To step through, all you need is one more act of persistence. Desire becomes magnetic only when thought and feeling vibrate together. A wish without emotion is weak. Emotion without clarity is scattered. But when both align, they create a powerful resonance field. Like tuning forks, your inner state hums in harmony with your vision. Reality responds to the strongest vibration you hold most consistently. This is why alignment matters more than effort alone. Your frequency calls your future closer with every breath. True change happens when identity shifts before results appear. You cannot become something new while holding on to the old self. Your choices, words, and habits must match who you are becoming. Like a caterpillar inside the cocoon, identity transforms invisibly first. Once the shift locks in, external results rush to mirror it. Identity is the root, action and outcome are the branches. When you step into your future self now, the world rearranges to match. The universe moves in rhythms that do not follow human impatience. Forcing what is not ready uproots the seeds before they bloom. Opportunities ripen in silence, waiting for the right alignment. Your task is readiness, not rushing. Trust the unseen timing while you prepare your inner state. When the door opens, it will feel sudden, yet perfectly placed. Patience is not delay. It is synchronization with the larger plan. Your life is held together by 9 core vibrations: the mind, the body, the emotions, relationships, purpose, creativity, environment, time, and spirit. Each one is a string in the orchestra of your reality. When one string is out of tune, the whole song feels off. But when all are harmonized, momentum flows naturally and powerfully. Energy no longer leaks, it multiplies into effortless creation. Balance across the 9 frequencies is the foundation of mastery. Transformation builds silently until it suddenly breaks through. Like water boiling or ice melting, change seems instant but is not. Countless small actions stack unseen pressure beneath the surface. When the tipping point is reached, everything reorganizes in a flash. This is why consistency beats bursts of effort every time. The world rewards those who endure the invisible stage of growth. One day, what was heavy becomes light, and the leap feels effortless. Your future sends echoes before it arrives. They appear as déjà vu, synchronicities, or sudden visions. Dreams feel real, or chance meetings spark impossible opportunities. These are previews showing you the shape of what is coming. They are not random, they are confirmations of alignment. The more you notice them, the stronger they appear. Each echo is a message. You are walking the right path. Attention is the architect of your reality. Whatever you feed with focus grows stronger and closer. Scattered attention weakens results, while focused attention reshapes destiny. It is the lens that concentrates light into fire. Where your mind lingers, your timeline solidifies. Shift your gaze from fear to vision, from doubt to action. The world will always mirror where your energy rests most. Your brain is designed to change with repetition. Every thought, every action lays a track in the mind. Walk the same track enough times and it becomes a highway. Pair that repetition with emotion and the wiring grows unshakable. This is how new identities are built and old ones dissolve. Neurons fire, rewire, and lock into a higher state of being. With practice, the future self becomes the default reality. Not all creation begins with belief. Sometimes it begins with proof. A single small win can ignite faith more than 1,000 affirmations. Micro-evidence grows into confidence, and confidence expands into certainty. With each step, belief grows stronger and outcomes accelerate. Reality bends for those who honor the small victories first. Momentum builds from sparks into unstoppable flame. Your future self is born in the evidence you collect today. Most people are taught that in order to create change, they must first believe with absolute certainty. They are told that they have to erase doubt, silence fear, and hold an unshakable vision of the future before reality will respond. But the truth is, human beings are not machines of perfect conviction. We question, we hesitate, and we waver between hope and disbelief. This is why so many give up on manifestation altogether. They think that unless they can believe 100%, their dreams will never come alive. But the quantum field does not demand perfection. It does not ask you to eliminate doubt. It only asks you to begin. Reverse manifestation flips the old teaching on its head. Instead of waiting for belief before you take action, it invites you to start with evidence. Even the smallest proof, the tiniest spark of alignment, can trigger belief to grow, and belief, once ignited, has the power to expand into certainty. This is the secret. You don't need to believe fully before life begins to change. You only need to allow the smallest shift to happen, and that shift becomes the seed of everything that follows. Think of it this way: your brain is a pattern-seeking device. Every day it scans for evidence to confirm what you already assume to be true. If you believe life is hard, you will see difficulty everywhere. If you believe opportunity is rare, your eyes will glaze over the doors standing right in front of you. But if you begin to collect even one piece of evidence that suggests a different story, your brain cannot ignore it. The pattern breaks. The map begins to redraw itself. Suddenly, the impossible because the mind now has proof. This is the essence of quantum reverse manifestation. Proof builds belief, belief builds momentum, and momentum shapes reality. It is the natural order of growth, and it requires no perfection. You are not required to hold faith the size of a mountain. Faith the size of a mustard seed will do, because once it takes root, it grows on its own. Imagine you want to step into financial freedom, but doubt weighs heavy. You don't truly believe it's possible because your history tells you otherwise. Instead of forcing affirmations you don't feel, you start small. You create a simple idea, a side project, a micro step. The first week, you make only $10. Most would laugh at such a small sum, but in quantum reverse manifestation, that $10 is gold. It is sacred proof. It tells your brain, look, I created outside of my job. I generated value. The system responded. The next week, the 10 grows into 50, then into 200. Each piece of evidence becomes a stone and the foundation of belief. Eventually, the foundation is unshakable, not because you forced faith, but because you lived it. This is how new timelines unfold. Belief is not the starting point, it is the outcome. You don't wait to believe before moving. You move, you gather sparks, and the sparks light the fire. Proof becomes conviction, conviction becomes momentum, and momentum collapses the gap between thought and reality. This is how the universe works, whether we are aware of it or not. The beauty of this approach is that doubt becomes your ally, not your enemy. Every time doubt whispers, "This isn't real, this won't work," you can simply respond, "Then show me proof." You don't have to fight the doubt, you only have to give it what it's asking for. When you show it evidence, a synchronicity, a small win, a repeated number, an unexpected opportunity, the doubt has no choice but to soften. Over time, it dissolves completely. This is emotional alchemy, the art of turning resistance into fuel. Reality does not shift in one giant leap. It shifts through a series of micro-adjustments, each one stacking until the weight tips and a new state is born. Just like ice suddenly melting into water, transformation looks sudden but is built on countless invisible steps. Quantum reverse manifestation honors those steps. It does not wait for the boiling point before celebrating. It celebrates every spark along the way, because every spark is evidence of the fire that is coming. The universe, in its quantum nature, does not differentiate between small and large, between possible and impossible. It simply mirrors the frequency you carry most consistently. And frequency is built not by forcing belief, but by repetition and emotion. The moment you honor the smallest signal, you amplify it. The moment you amplify it, the field responds with more, And soon, you are living in a feedback loop where evidence multiplies belief, and belief multiplies evidence. If you look back at your life, you will see this pattern everywhere. Think of a time you doubted yourself, but still took one step. Maybe you didn't believe you could get the job, but you applied anyway, and you got the interview. Maybe you didn't believe you could meet someone special, but you went to the event and you met a friend who changed your life. Maybe you didn't believe your health could improve, but you tried a small change, and your energy lifted in ways you didn't expect. Those were sparks of reverse manifestation. They were moments where proof came first, belief followed, and reality transformed as a result. The lesson is clear: stop waiting for perfect belief. Stop punishing yourself for doubt. Doubt is only asking for proof, and proof is already waiting to be noticed. The next time you see a synchronicity, a small win, or a glimpse of your future, don't dismiss it, write it down, name it, call it evidence. Treat it as sacred, because it is. Each piece of proof is a quantum thread weaving your new reality, and when you collect enough threads, the tapestry of your future becomes undeniable. Quantum reverse manifestation is not magic in the sense of escaping reality. It is magic in the sense of revealing what was always true, that your smallest actions and your smallest recognitions have infinite power. Reality bends not because you shout affirmations into the void, but because you align frequency with evidence, and evidence compounds into unshakable knowing. One spark becomes a flame, one flame becomes a fire, and one fire lights an entire new world.